Friends, this is the story of a man who fought a battle of life and death in the world's largest and most ruthless ocean, the Pacific, for over 400 days. He set a world record and returned alive after 14 months. But what happened upon his return that led him to commit suicide? Let's find out in this video. The mere mention of the Pacific Ocean sends shivers down people's spines. The world is 71% water, divided into 4 oceans: the Atlantic, Pacific, Indian, and Arctic. The Pacific is the largest, capable of swallowing 148 million square kilometers of land, which is nearly the size of all the land on Earth combined. There are few islands in this ocean, and some are so remote that no human has ever set foot on them. If someone gets lost in the Pacific, finding them is nearly impossible. The man who survived in the Pacific Ocean for 14 months was named José Salvador Alvarenga. He had a small 7-foot boat, too small to lie down in properly, and he lived on it for over a year, battling the ocean's brutality and setting a world record no one has yet broken. José's misfortune began in 2012. A 36-year-old experienced fisherman from Costa Azul, Mexico, José and a companion set out for fishing on their small boat on November 17, 2012. They planned to return in 30 hours as their boat was too small to venture far, equipped with only one engine and one fridge. While setting their fishing nets 120 kilometers from the Mexican coast, a dangerous storm suddenly approached. They left their nets behind and sped towards shore, but after 6 hours just 20 kilometers from the shore, their boat's engine failed. They could see the shore and their village, but the storm was still far behind. They sent their location via radio to their boss and awaited a response. Unfortunately, the radio battery died. They could see the approaching storm with its fierce winds pushing their boat away from the shore. Soon, they lost sight of the shore, and powerful waves pulled them further away. When their boss received the message, it was too late. He sent a search party, but every passing moment pushed José's boat further into the ocean. The storm's intensity made it impossible to see or understand where they were or which direction the shore was. In just 5 days, their boat had drifted 450 kilometers from the shore. The small boat made them difficult to find, with no flare gun or anything to signal for help. They had run out of food 2 days earlier and had no fishing gear, as they had left their nets behind. They were starving when a bird landed on their boat. They attacked it but failed to catch it. They knew another bird might come soon. When another bird landed, they carefully planned and managed to catch it, sustaining themselves on the birds that landed on their boat. Drinking seawater can be fatal, so they collected rainwater in plastic bottles to drink. When it didn't rain, they drank the blood of fish and turtles they managed to catch. Days turned into months, and they endured unimaginable mental torture. After 4 months, José's companion could no longer bear it and committed suicide. Now, José was alone in the boat, surrounded by nothing but water, with no hope of survival. Despite his dire situation, he somehow managed to keep going. Based on maps, José was in a part of the Pacific Ocean known as the world's most silent region, where only cargo ships pass. Over 6 months had passed since José left the Mexican coast, and he had lost his companion. One day, José spotted a cargo ship in the distance, the first ship he had seen in 6 months. Seeing the ship rekindled his hope, but despite his desperate attempts to signal it, the ship was too far to notice him and eventually disappeared from sight. José thought his fate was sealed. After 11 months, José had traveled 8,000 kilometers in his small boat. His clothes were torn, and he had only an undershirt to protect himself from the sun. Finally, on January 30th, 2014, after 14 months, José saw coconuts floating in the water, indicating a nearby island. Soon, he spotted an island and swam to it. For the first time in 14 months, José set foot on land. He broke down in tears upon seeing a small beach house with locals, marking his first human contact in 438 days. The island was a remote part of the Marshall Islands, 11,000 kilometers from his starting point. Had he missed this island, the next stop would have been the Philippines, 5,000 kilometers further. José was sent home from there but faced new troubles upon his return. He published a book titled 438 Days, but was accused of killing his companion, who he claimed had committed suicide. Unable to defend himself, Jose was sent to jail and eventually committed suicide, ending his tragic story. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you want to see more videos like this, subscribe to our channel. See you in the next video. Goodbye.